Hi guys, welcome to Think IoT Solutions. So in this video we will be seeing two topics, that is how to convert a color image into a gray image, and we'll be also seeing about the image thresholding. So image thresholding is a very important concept in image processing. That is, let us say you have a gray image and the pixel values in the gray image are from 0 to 255. So if you want to threshold an image, so let's say I set a threshold as 150. So what I'll do is any value greater than 150, it will become white. Any value less than 150 will become 0. So I'll be checking each pixel value. If it is greater than 150, I'll make it as 255. If it is less than 150, I will make it as 0. So there are some inbuilt functions in OpenCV which we can use, and we can do this instead of writing a big code for it. So let us go to Google Colab and let us see how it is done. Right, so I have already written a code so that we can directly go to the explanation. So what I have done here is, first I have taken a color image and then I have converted that color image into a gray image. So till here I have just imported the three things that I want in this particular program, and then I have used a imread function to read a particular image from my drive, and I am printing the shape of that image and I am showing that image using cv2 underscore imshow. Then what I'm doing is I'm using a function called cv2.cvt color. So cv2.cvt color is a function which will help you to convert color spaces of image which are in one particular domain to another domain. So I'm using this function cv2.cvt color and I'm passing this variable img. So img is a variable which has got my pixel values of this image. I'm passing that variable here, and I'm using an identifier called cv2.color underscore bgr to gray. So as you can see, bgr, it means that it's a color image, and I'm using this particular identifier bgr to gray. So this is an inbuilt identifier in Python which you can use. So I'm using a function called cv2.cvt color, which is an inbuilt function. I'm passing the variable img in which I have my image pixel values, and I am writing cv2.color underscore bgr to gray. So I want to convert my bgr image, which is a color image, to a gray image, and all this gray pixels whatever I get, I'm storing in a variable called gray1. Then I'm printing the shape of that, and I'm also printing that image or showing that image using imshow. So the next part that we are doing is, so let us just execute this. I'll cut this part for now, I'll paste it again. So let us just execute this part so that you understand what is happening. So you can see that this is a color image which is having the size as 225, 225 and 3, that is the three layers of bgr. And in the second imshow, I'm just showing the gray image. So this is a gray image which has got 255 cross 255. It is just a 2D image. So as you know, in the 2D image, the pixel values will vary from 0 to 255, where 255 being white and 0 being black. So that is what we have seen for our 2D images. Now what we will do is we will try to threshold this particular image. So whatever this gray image we have got, we will try to threshold it. So thresholding is nothing but converting the image from the gray nature to the black and white nature. So that is what is called as thresholding. So as I have given here, so pixel values greater than 150, for example, will become white. Pixel values less than 150 will become black. I can change this value. The threshold value can be anything. It can be 150, it can be 200, based on your application. So whichever value you give here, you are converting the output into only two pixels. Either the pixel is 255 or the pixel is 0. So when your image has only two pixels, it is called as a binary image. That is, it has got only 1 or 0, whereas 1 being 255 and 0 being the pixel value as 0. So therefore, to convert from a gray image to a binary image, we will be using some functions. So what I'll do is I'll just paste that particular lines that I had just cut earlier. So I'll just explain this now. So I have used a function called cv2.threshold. This is also an inbuilt function in OpenCV in Python. I'm passing this gray image now, whatever the gray image I have got. So you can see gray one, when I highlight it, this gray one is nothing but the converted image of the color into gray. So I'm passing this here. This is the threshold value, that is 150, and this 255 signifies that if my value of the pixel is greater than 150, it should convert itself to 255. If it is less than 130, it should convert it to 0. So that is why I've given the threshold value as 130, and I am using an identifier called cv2 dot thresh underscore binary. So this particular inbuilt function cv2 threshold has got lot of identifiers, so you can change this particular things based on your application. Therefore, for now I'm using it as cv2 dot thresh binary. I am again printing the shape and I'm showing this particular image. Now you can see that I have used this variable thresh1 here, so I am showing thresh1 at this particular IM show. Then what I'm doing is I'm using the same function again, but this time instead of using thresh underscore binary, I'm using thresh underscore binary underscore inverse. So what happens is, in this case, let us say above 130 pixel values, they have become high, that is 255. In this case, it will become reverse. So whatever output you see in thresh1, the output will be opposite in this particular case. Okay, I have used same variable, so let me just run it so you'll understand what is happening. So let us see the output here. So this is my color image, this is my gray image as shown earlier. These are my threshold images. So let us see this now. So what is happening is, as you can see in this part, just see this part. So this part has got a darker particular image. So dark means the pixel value of that is closer to 0, right? So when I set the threshold as 130, it means this particular pixel value is going to be less than 130. So when the value is less than 130, it should become 0. So therefore you can see here the value is 0, therefore it is totally black. And whichever pixel values are greater than 130, they will become white, that is they will become 255. So you can see here the pixel values are little bit lighter, it means the pixel values here will be greater than 130. Therefore you can see that these have become white. So I'll just scroll a little bit down so that you can see the whole image. So now you can see, so wherever the pixel values in this gray image were above a certain threshold, that is I set the threshold as 130, you can see that the image is converted appropriately. Now I have also used the inverse function, so you can see now these two images, they will be exactly opposite to each other. Wherever here you are getting a white, you will be getting a black here, and wherever you got a black, you will be getting a white. So in some applications you might need the thresholding as the second case, that is you might want to have a second threshold, so you can use any one of these. So let me use another image. So let us say I have another image which is a gray image, I'll use that. So because the image is already gray, what I'll do is I'll just not convert it into a gray image. So I'll just comment out these lines because my input image is gray. So let me just run it now. Okay, so let us see what is the input image. Okay, so this is the input image with size is 255 comma. Okay, so I think I'm just printing out that. Okay, so you can see that not changed it, right? IMG, and then yeah, instead of gray one I have to use IMG now, because IMG is my variable, and here also instead of gray one I have to use IMG. Okay, so let me run now. Right, so this is my image, that is a cameraman image. So you can see that it is already a gray image, and then I'm converting it into a particular color space by using the thresholding, and then it is becoming a black and white here. So therefore this portion is becoming black and this is becoming white, as you can compare in the above image, because the lighter pixels that are there, they will be converted to white, and the darker pixels will be converted to black. That is in the first image. The next image will be the inverse of that. So you can see exactly these two images are inverse. So this was about the image thresholding concept. Thank you.